Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Wow, okay, let me start. I don't know why girls
doing that well already, huh?
Here we go. All right. Sorry, see, backlash, just post backlash depression. Okay, here we go.
Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wrestling fans of all ages, welcome to Scheduled for One Fall, the official pro wrestling podcast of Chicago and of the galaxy. This is episode 15 for Thursday, May 10th, the year of our Lord 2018. This is Black Market Ivan, joined by the notorious Val Capone.
Hello,
and by La Flama Blanca, Danielle. What's up, Danielle?
Hello.
Pat will be with us shortly. He is doing a cross-country a studio move, something along those lines. So he will be with us shortly. So, guys, real quick, we got a lot to cover today. We've got Backlash, we got New Japan, Ring of Honor previews, we got Money in the Bank news, a lot of stuff. But Val, before we get into that, what's going on? How's life?
Life is pretty good. I'm not drinking alcohol tonight. I'm actually I saved it for you guys though. I'm drinking a San Pellegrino Clementia, which is apparently Clementine, because I got to work Cub Sox tomorrow, and then I got to work. I'm ring announcing for freelance, but check this out. Freelance Underground tomorrow night. Check this out.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Nice.
this. Can you hear it?
Oh yeah, that's nice. That was nice.
Nice pour.
Yeah, I mean, I am a unionized beer vendor, but the reason why I'm cracking this delicious and vegan beverage is because, I don't know, did you guys hear the excellent news?
Of what?
No.
I mean, there's so many big things. What happened? Tell us.
There's so many big things, but probably the biggest thing that I saw that happened recently, I think it happened Tuesday afternoon at a matinee, because indie wrestlers, we will see wrestling 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So what better time for the belt collector himself to collect another title than a Tuesday 11 a.m. like last man standing for the Friendship Foliage Hardy County Hardcore Championship. He took on Moffett Rhodes, the king of Zolful Springs, Florida, and also beyond. It was a last man standing because it was a spring cleaning match. So not only did they use, the usuals like mops and brooms and garbage cans, but there was garden hose and garden hoses and flower beds that got involved. So of course that out came the bottles of Windex. But that man, the vascular vegetarian, Austin Aries, of course, was just unstoppable. I mean, a brain buster.
He knows his way around a hoe.
He does.
Get it?
Much love, Zelina Vega. That's your fiance, Austin Aries. You're not a hoe. Are you? Do we know what you're doing yet?
Not. It was a perfect opportunity to make a pun. So.
Danielle, you just put the hoe and hope not. So
I love
it. The man of ambition and vision did a brainbuster, but not even from the second rope, but like absolutely the top rope on top of the top turnbuckle on one foot.
That is, I'm starstruck.
I mean, I don't think a meat eater could be that agile.
No, like one-footed top turnbuckle. Are you brainbuster? Are you kidding me? So like he got Moffett, to tap because he was so dazed, and then he immediately put him in the Horn of Aries, which of course we all know is a brutal bridging arm triangle choke, and I don't ever want to be in that position myself. But congratulations once again to the one and only AA all the way on your 75th belt you've received this year alone in the year of our Lord Sweet Ditka 2018, the Friendship Foliage Hardy County Hardcore Championship.
That's amazing. I mean, talk about a packed week already, a packed week of news, but thank you for getting that news. I mean, Val, this is as breaking news as it gets.
I mean, I had to work the Cubs game at night, but I had plenty of time to fly back from, Zolfo Springs, Florida, to get back in time to work the Cubs game and celebrate Austin Aries' 75th championship this year.
Oh my God! Well, whenever he defends that, I need to watch. I need to be there.
Man, I'm telling you got to watch out for these Tuesday 11 a.m. matinees. That's kind of where the action's at. I mean, unless your name is Moffett Rhodes, woof.
Especially if there's like lawn equipment involved.
I think they did that as like a gentle nod to the gentleness of my favorite vegan. Well, I should say one of my favorite vegans, because, let's be honest, I've got a soft spot in my heart for those that have a soft spot for all beings on the planet. Zack Sabre Jr. But, but yeah, the vascular vegetarian was victorious again. So yeah, I just wanted to start the show out with that info, with that intel. I'm so proud. And so I'm enjoying a San Pellegrino that, in his honor. It's the bubbles that will give me troubles, but it'll be worth it because it'll be delicious. I'm also eating diet Greek yogurt. Yep, vegan yogurt. That's true. It can happen. So that's going to happen throughout our show tonight. Fair warning.
No, that's good. That's good. Danielle, well, thank you for that. I mean, breaking news, Val. That's amazing. Danielle, what are you drinking?
Well, I just literally walked in the door about 7 minutes ago and inhaled a orange. So I was peeling the orange and scarfing it down while the show was getting started. And then I poured myself a little shot of Stoli, and I'm going to mix it with LaCroix. LaCroix.
Yeah, LaCroix. It's definitely LaCroix.
Let's hear that.
And I'm going to crack it open, too. Just like Val, we're the crack twins.
I don't like that.
What?
I don't like that.
I didn't say that. What? Nope. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Beautiful.
Anyone
listening to this, this is like ASMR drink edition.
I'm doing a slow pour, okay?
Beautiful, guys.
Then I'm going to give it a nice little
stir.
A little stir.
Stir it up.
And enjoy this Stoli and carbonated water beverage.
I don't have a carbonated water, ladies.
Actually, Simon, how about you tell us what you're drinking tonight?
I'm drinking H2O. My caloric intake is at the fine line of, do I drink a beer and push it over the limit, or just chill with some water? I'm going to chill with some water.
Drink that beer.
Maybe I'll drink it.
We're always going to encourage alcohol over health, okay?
Yeah, keep my people employed. I'm a beer vendor. Without people like you, I have no one to vend to.
I don't have any Chicago drinks. Well, I still have I have two brothers, so that's Naperville. Oh, Warrenville.
Yeah. I was going to say it's Warrenville. And there's actually going to be wrestling out there soon, but we can talk about that later. Bye. Okay, go.
You know what? Hold on, Danielle. I'm going to get it.
Yes. Val, peer pressure has won. We are victorious. He is not drinking water anymore. He has brought out the Two Brothers IPA.
This is okay, here we go. It's such a nice, warm day, guys. Two Brothers, for those of you not in the know, Warrenville, Illinois, USA, of course. Red Eye IPA, which is an Indian Pale Ale brewed with coffee. Voila. Oh, man.
Ooh.
All right, ladies, see what you did? Peer pressure. Here we go.
Nice crack.
Listen. That sounded kind of nasty, actually.
Yeah, okay. It was kind of like a slurp instead of a whatever. But Simon,
I was a little confused by that.
So I think that now that I've had that alcohol and now that it's running through my bloodstream, I can sit back, relax, close my eyes, and have an out-of-body experience and go into the future and tell you guys what happened in New Japan. What do you think, ladies?
Well, how about...
I love the future.
What time is it in Japan?
Is it loud enough for them to hear it?
Let's see.
Make it loud. Make it loud.
Yes.
Okay, Google. What time is it? Okay, Google. What time is it in Tokyo, Japan?
The time in Tokyo, Japan is 12:12 p.m.
I don't like that she doesn't say the date. It kind of ruins my whole bit.
That's true.
It's Friday. It's Friday in Japan. Guys, last week we told you all about New Japan Pro Wrestling Dontaku Night 1. Night 2 happened a matter of hours after our show, and it was huge, guys. It was a massive show. Let me tell you what happened. Of course, we started off with a few big tag team matches with some legends, with some young boys. First, we had Jushin Thunder Liger, Tiger Mask 4, and Ryusuke Taguchi defeating Ren Narita, Shota Umino, and Yuya Uemura. Then we had some Bullet Club action. We had Yujiro Takahashi, of course, with the legendary Pieter, a.k.a. the Tokyo Latina, and Chase Owens defeating Yuji Nagata and Tomoyuki Oka. Here we get into the mid-card. Roppongi 3K defeated Taichi, Taka Michinoku, and Takashi Iizuka. Then we had Tomohiro Ishii, Stone-Faced Pitbull, and Toru Yano defeating Togi Makabe and Toa Henare, which I think they're just going by Henare now for Toa Henare, which may be going for a Apollo instead of Apollo Crews.
So dropping the name.
Yeah, just dropping the first name, so just Henare.
They don't need it. They're divas. It's fine. Like Cher, Mariah, Madonna. There you go. We got it. Henare.
Exactly. It's next in the pantheon of beautiful divas. Yeah.
They're gonna be having a residency at Caesar's Palace in no time.
I will pay for that show.
Kenny Omega.
I'm going to see Mariah. I hope that they're the next day.
Mariah, I came for Mariah. I stayed for Henare, right?
I want that shirt. I want that on a shirt.
I think Kenny Omega could benefit from that if he just went by. Well, I guess Cody, right? Cody's just
Cody has to go by it because he can't even use his last name because of the powers that be? Question mark.
WWE Stooges.
But it works,
I can't
right?
say that because I want to be their SmackDown Live announcer someday, so I can't say that.
You know what? On a serious note, Danielle and I would seriously, like, if we gotta somehow, like, someone was like, hey, we can get you guys in to do whatever for WWE. Just, I mean, road crew, whatever, AV crew, I don't care, whatever, cleaning the bus afterwards, whatever it is, if we could travel as a couple with WWE, make livable wages, man, I would love it. But being a ring announcer, I think that's a huge and very attainable ambition, Val. So we got you. We got your back.
Well, I'm ring announcing tomorrow night at Beta Brow Brewery, which is really hard to say really fast, but Beta Brow has some of the best beers in Chicago.
We're gonna talk about
tomorrow night.
We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna bookend the show with that, guys. So keep that in mind, and we're gonna give more details at the end show. We had Hiroki Goto, Switchblade Jay White, the IWGP US champion, and Yoshihashi defeating Juice Robinson, David Finlay, and Michael Elgin, of course. Then, guys, here's where it gets insane. Okay, here's where it gets nuts. Tetsuya Naito, Evil, Sanada, Hiromu Takahashi, and Bushi, so LIJ, defeated Suzuki-gun, which is Val's future ex-husband, Minoru Suzuki, Lance Archer, and Davey Boy Smith Jr., which is Killer Elite Squad, and Yoshinobu Kanemaru and Desperado. Guys, it was an amazing match, hard-hitting match. Suzuki was beating the hell out of people. Everyone leaves, right? Everyone leaves. Tetsuya Naito is victorious. He's in the ring. He's, shaking hands with people, high-fiving, posing for pictures. Out of nowhere, a fan in the audience with the luchador mask, with the purple lipstick or black lipstick, jumps over the barricade, starts attacking Naito, attacks him all the way to the ring. They're in the ring, takes off the mask. It's Chris freaking Jericho back in Japan. What did you guys think about this moment?
Dun, 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 dun.
I was in heaven. Chris Jericho is just the shit, and everything that man does, says, promotes. The shirts he was wearing, phenomenal. I was blown away. I love the feud. It's gonna be awesome.
His shirt was listos ingobernables de Jericho, and it had little lists and pens on there.
And it sold out right away because I actually wanted to get one at Pro Wrestling.
I was gonna say I tried to too. They sold out
so fast. It was.
I have the Christmas version of the Jericho list of Jericho t-shirt that was like a bootlegger. I have the actual list of Jericho clipboard that I use when I announce roller derby. Like,
Wow,
I need that shirt. The listos.
Yes.
That's really cool. That's amazing. That's
And
amazing.
I love the touch of the black lipstick, like total,
Mhm.
like you were saying, Bushi
Absolutely.
influence. It was just perfect. And his promos leaving the arena of him like out of the way, fuck face. Like I was just in heaven of all the cursing.
What are you looking at? What are you looking at? Out of the way!
Just the way that he's able to be the wrestler he wants to be in New Japan versus the censored version at WWE. But I love it. Everything Chris Jericho is doing.
Here's the thing, though. Like, I think the reason why we love that version of Jericho so much is because it's like still so true to his WWE Jericho.
True.
I mean, he's not necessarily the Lionheart, but he's still like less PG, more mouthy. But I just love it, and I also think it's great that he has the freedom to do so, and that he almost got called to do WrestleMania 34. That was something I heard this week, which I was like, damn, Gina. If Shane O'Mac wouldn't have been cleared, Jericho would have gotten the Jericho call. So I'm pretty sure that Vinnie Mac is like, you know what? Do whatever you need to do. Just make sure you're always ready for us whenever we need you to come on back. So I think he's kind of like, well, fuck it. Let's test the waters all we can.
Yeah, he's probably the only wrestler that can be an on-call performer that I approve of versus a Brock Lesnar personality.
Well, I think on-call and part-timer are two different worlds, but that's for another episode of our podcast.
True, yeah. No, so well, and hey, they've got to pay him a good amount of money for these appearances, for it to be worth it for him as well, right? To be in Saudi Arabia and 2 weeks later in Japan, so it's. I think I'm hoping both parties are paying him well. So, then we had another huge Bullet Club implosion match, as I like to call it. Kenny Omega, Kota Ibushi, the Golden Lovers, Bad Luck Fale, and Guerrillas of Destiny defeated Cody, the Young Bucks, Hangman Page, and Marty Scurll. After that, Kenny and Cody were fighting amongst each other and ended up fighting all the way backstage. Kota Ibushi started to kind of walk away as well. And the remaining members of Bullet Club, including Yujiro and Chase Owens that came out of the back, stood in the ring and celebrated a nice big Too Sweet to celebrate 5 years of Bullet Club. So that was a nice moment, kind of reinforcing that Bullet Club is okay. It's really
Bullet Club is fine.
Yeah, it's just
Bullet
Cody
Club is
and
fine. I'm just shaking, like rocking back and forth. Bullet Club is fine. Bullet Club is fine.
Yeah, mommy and daddy were yelling because they love each other. Yelling at each other. So then, to add another layer to the Bullet Club, so Will Ospreay and Kushida had an amazing match, of course. Will Ospreay defeated Kushida to retain his IWGP Junior Heavyweight title. After that, Tama Tonga came out. Tama Tonga, okay, if Minoru Suzuki is your future ex-husband, Val, Tama Tonga is Danielle's.
Oh my God, don't even get me riled up. Okay, I can't talk about the man without sweating in a good way.
Tama her Tonga.
So he comes out. Another Bone Soldier promo plays. Tama comes out with the Bone Soldier, and he's this ripped-looking guy. He does a little promo, takes off his mask, and it's Taiji Ishimori, who personally I'm kind of new to this guy. I haven't followed him too much, but I first heard of him from seeing him in Impact Wrestling. He's been in Impact. Actually, he was on this week's episode as well, since they're all pre-taped. Danielle, was this the first time you really took note of this guy too?
Yes.
Val, do you know about his comings and goings before this reveal?
About which one?
Were you familiar with Taiji Ishimori?
No, honestly, I was not.
I know Pat was saying he's been a fan, but I think primarily from his appearances in Impact as the I think he was the X Division champion for a day or two.
Oh, okay. I was like, that name sounds familiar, but I've had a lot of concussions, and I'm trying to like drink San Pellegrino and eat yogurt at the same time, so things are kind of weird. But
lots of bubbles, lots of bacteria. I get it.
Yeah, man.
Good
but
probiotics.
It's non-dairy Greek yogurt is the jam. And I have cacao nibs and blueberries. Everything's organic. Okay, go ahead.
Does the non-dairy yogurt, do the non-dairy yogurt and dairy yogurt have the same amount of healthy probiotics?
I don't know. I'll have to look into that. But as somebody that doesn't do meat or dairy, I don't really have that option for me personally anymore. But I will gladly look into it for you if you really want to know.
Well, Danielle got me into the yogurt game. So now I'm like, hey,
girl. Trust me, gut health is where you want to have good health. Okay, otherwise you just might lose 75% of your colon. You don't even know. Shit gets weird.
Oh.
Yes, you got to take care of the body.
Well, speaking of creamy, delicious yogurt,
oh god,
Kazuchika Okada, the world.
Oh my god, that's my favorite flavor.
The IWGP Heavyweight title holder defeated Hiroshi Tanahashi to retain said title. After the match, Goto comes out. Goto, as we all know, is pretty much the Triple H / like the Triple H of New Japan. Comes out, interviews Okada, praises him for his work, and Okada gets on the mic and says, "Hey, speaking of who my next challenger will be, the last time Kenny Omega and I fought, it led to a time limit, no contest. So how about Kenny? We have a tiebreaker match, decide who is the better man with no time limits at Osaka Joe Hall, which I believe is Dominion. And if it is not, forgive me. Please don't yell at me afterwards, fans. But that's going to be great. I mean, let's see. We don't really have too many definitive ends to their matches, so this should be good. So Okada, Omega 4 coming soon. So overall, New Japan, it's looking exciting, guys. It's looking exciting. Now, real quick,
I'm gonna
shove this in right in the middle. We usually don't do previews this early in the show, but given that you're going to the show, so Ring of Honor,
War. I'm going with my favorite mark. I'm going with one of my favorite marks on the planet.
Shout him out.
Mm-hmm. My favorite mark. He knows who he is. Don't worry about it, girl. Okay.
Let's call him Mark for now.
What's that?
Let's just call him Mark.
Yeah, that's fine. Call him Mark, but like with a C probably. Because
Mark, the Mark, and the Funky Bunch.
Mark the Mark and the Funky Bunch. So me, Mark, the other Mark, and the Funky Bunch are going to Ring of Honor on Sunday, and I'm super excited. After I work Cubs and Sox, so I'll be all sorts of awesome and riled up. After a weekend of Crosstown Classics, why not see this classic wrestling, Ring of Honor, War of the Worlds? You want to give us a lowdown of who I should cheer for other than everyone? No?
Sorry, I think I was on mute.
Yeah, I don't know what just happened. I was like, okay, I'm going to turn this on mute. So there's a little bit of a pause there.
Pat, you're going to have to edit this. And if you don't edit this, then whoever's listening, thank you for listening for 10 seconds. So
yeah, dead air is rough sometimes. Silence is golden though, right, y'all?
Yeah, exactly. So the Odeum at Villa Park is going to host this on Sunday night here in our hometown. The women's matches are kind of intermixed in the card, which is good because when we went last year, Danielle and I, to the Global Wars, it was the women's matches and then the show started. So I'm hoping that they're actually going to put it within the show this time. The order in which it is listed is Tenille Dashwood, FKA Emma versus Karen Q. Then Jushin Thunder Liger traveling all the way to the States. And Cheeseburger, who at first I was like, what the hell kind of match is this? But apparently he pretty much taught Cheeseburger and they took him under his wing versus the Dogs, which is a very interesting tag team. Looks like they're really trying to do something with them. We've only seen them on and off on TV shows, TV taping. I'm sorry. Jonathan Gresham versus Flip Gordon. Now, I'm not too familiar with Jonathan Gresham's work. Last year at this show, Flip Gordon fought Will Ospreay, so this guy has a lot to live up to based on that expectation. The Briscoes are facing Roppongi 3K. So
is that for a belt?
I believe they are the title holders.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think it's for the tag team champions.
Now, guys, look, the Briscoes are one of the most decorated tag team champions in history. I mean, they represent Ring of Honor. Like, Ring of Honor is the Briscoes. But, okay, and as Americans, we can all say this, I feel so sorry for the clean-shaven, clean-cut, pretty boy Roppongi 3K to come all the way across the world and have to face literally the ugliest men in America. But they're very talented. They're very talented. Then we have Kelly Klein versus Marty's gal, Deonna Purrazzo. But she's amazing in her own right. I remember seeing her on NXT.
I was like, how
about Marty is
Deonna
her
Purrazzo.
guy, right? Yeah. So
Deonna Purrazzo, she does the Deonna dance, and that's what made Marty Scurll say, ooh, ooh. You know what I mean? Anybody that's ever seen her live knows what I'm talking about with the Deonna dance. And Deonna's amazing. And it's the dorkiest dance ever, but it's also the best. So hopefully she'll do it in the ring. And if not, I'll just do it in the audience with my favorite mark. So
is it good or bad that she didn't stick around NXT? It looks like it's a good thing because she's getting a lot of exposure.
Yeah, by far the better option, the better choice.
Tomato. It depends on what the individual is looking for. And also, you may have some freedoms that you might not have if you're under the WWE umbrella, but you might also not have some opportunities if you're not under the WWE umbrella. So it just kind of depends on what the individual is looking for. And as far as I'm concerned, it's really rad that I can still watch her at Shimmer and stuff. Mm-hmm. So pretty happy about it.
Check this out. Okay. She was there a little before, or she was there like between Bayley and Ember Moon eras, or maybe even before. So theoretically, if she had stuck around, number one, and if they had seen the it factor in her, which she has, she probably would have been a member of Absolution or the Riot Squad at this point, right? Because she was there before Sarah Logan and all these ladies. So, I mean, lots of ifs in there, but I'm like, that was around that era that she may have been called up. But then she'd be getting squashed by,
Not necessarily. It also depends on what they see in the people. They don't necessarily want to have people be squash. I don't think anybody planned on Paige having her career-ending injury. So I think that definitely changed the course of Absolution. I think had she been healthy and been able to compete and continue, that it wouldn't have been Control-C, Control-V with Absolution and Riot Squad. I think it would have been different.
But that's good. I'm excited to see her live and see this dance you are talking about. Jay Lethal versus Chucky T. Once again, Jay Lethal, another huge, great mainstay of Ring of Honor. Chucky T. I mean, Chucky T is probably like second to Chris Jericho in terms of how funny and entertaining this guy is. He's amazing.
The Kentucky Gentleman.
Is Beretta still injured? Trent Beretta, his tag team partner?
I believe so. He hasn't been on any cards in general.
Yeah, sure. Because that was a great tag team. Sumi Sakai.
I was eating granola.
Sumi Sakai.
But I think he's rehabbing right now.
Oh, okay. Sumi Sakai, I think, is the Women of Honor champion versus Jenny Rose. I am unfamiliar with this talent, but it's for the title, I'm assuming. Austin Aries versus Silas Young for the ROH TV title.
Our guy versus our least guy.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, Austin, remind me, I keep forgetting. He is from Milwaukee?
Yes.
And so is Silas Young?
He's billed as from Milwaukee, and he's from there originally. Sorry, eating. But he's also in California. Part-time, he lives in LA. But yeah, he's from Milwaukee for sure.
So a Milwaukee Civil War match.
But Silas isn't even from Milwaukee. He's from like not Cudahy, but like somewhere outside of Milwaukee. It's like people that are from Elgin are from Chicago. Like, nah, dude. No.
Yeah, thank you for recognizing that. Yeah, I hate when people are like,
but you know what I mean? It's like,
no, you're not.
Jeez, where is it? Yeah, like, cool. Chicago land. You forgot the land part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to Disney. Yeah, Disney World or Disneyland. There's a big difference.
It's crucial.
One is the real thing, and one is not. Okay,
Look,
so
that's crucial, like crucial conflict. Who are from Chicago?
yeah, true. Smoking all hey.
Oh, throwing it back.
I'm just saying.
Pat's gonna love that one.
You're welcome, Patrick. I love you.
When you have people in Chicago talking about let me smoke hay and speaking and dressing like farmers, you know you've had an impact. But then again, that was years after Criss Cross had peak. We all went to school in Chicago. Remember backwards pants day? Did you guys have that too? Because I know we did. Because of that.
It was stupid.
Yeah.
That's what I remember is, but every time Chris Bryant is at the plate and they play "Warm It Up, Chris," I like do a dance like as though he's about to. I mean, it is what it is.
We grew up in some weird times, guys. This, people talk about
90s.
Tough childhoods and stuff. We had it the toughest, guys. We had to wear backwards pants at school, okay? Guys, that is all. It's going to be I'm sorry, Bullet Club, Young Bucks, Marty Scurll, Hangman Page, and Cody versus LIJ, Evil, Bushi, Sanada, Naito, and Hiromu Takahashi. That's going to be amazing. I cannot wait to see more Bullet Club antics. And speaking of which, I'm throwing in the Bullet Club Minute for BTE 101 and any other various all-in updates. Danielle, I'm going to give you about 60 seconds to just give us a quick update. What happened in Bullet Club World in the last week? I didn't even tell you I was adding this.
I know this is like on the spot situation. So we just I'm just gonna use this minute to talk about the Funko Pops. I am a little girl.
Girl, I'm with you.
Who just saw her first unicorn and mermaid in one Twitter post of the bundle that Pro Wrestling Tees is doing.
Oh my god. I can't even handle it.
I can't even handle it either. I'm so distracted and I cannot wait. I'm gonna just take all my money. I'm getting them all and I can't wait.
I feel like you and I should go wait in line right now and pretend it's like Toys R Us, like when my grandma used to have to stand outside. My little Jewish grandmother, I had to stand outside for the Cabbage Patch Kids. Oy vey, I can't get one granddaughter one and not the other. And so she had to stand in line twice for like 8 hours to get two different Cabbage Patch Kids.
Which one?
I feel like I'm going to get Matt and you're going to get Nick and then we're going to fight. So we might as well stand in line and get one each.
Yes.
One set each.
I'm down.
That has to happen.
I cannot wait to I'm gonna have them all. And I can't wait because this is gonna streamline all of New Japan to have their own line of Funko Pops.
Are you going to the press conference? Speaking of Pro Wrestling Tees, shout outs to my brosifs that work there. Much love to Chris Castro and Matt Cage and Moni Matt Cage and of course marvelous Matt Nix, simply marvelous. Are you going on Sunday? It's like a press conference.
I want to so bad.
Are you stuck in retail hell?
Yeah, it's a little bit more complicated than that. But I'm kind of in a situation that I can't get out of, and I've been trying to get out of the situation that I'm in for the past 2 months. And
is it like Brenda Walsh and Dylan McKay complicated? Speaking of the 90s.
Oh wow!
Whoa. Is that a 90210 reference?
Yeah, girl, I threw down.
Oh my god! I didn't think I'm like the name's not familiar, but it's been so long since I've watched that damn show that I completely forgot the character.
You're not going to the press conference. Are you going, Val?
I have to work at Cub Sox, and I would rather get my rent paid so I can continue to be a mark out kind of lady. I can lady mark the shit out of this country. Otherwise, I would be there. Yes, but I cannot.
Oh, no.
So you better go represent.
I think it's down to Simon that needs to, get up at the crack of dawn and go wait in line and be part of that first 50.
There's like a Dunkin' Donuts right there. Just fucking go get some iced coffee and just like chill out. Make sure you bring an umbrella though, just in case. Just saying.
You know what's funny?
As somebody that works outside, it's good to be prepared.
Oh yeah. No, you know what's funny is I worked for 10 months last year, like 3 blocks away from Pro Wrestling Tees, and the month.
Which one? The new store where it is now. Okay.
Yeah, right there. I was there in Logan Square.
Sorry, you said 10 months. I was like, oh.
No, yeah, I was there in Logan Square, and I did not know I could just walk there on my lunch break. And as I was leaving that location, like for good, because I don't live anywhere near Logan Square, so it's like when I get out of work, I'm like, let me get out of here because parking sucks, traffic sucks, as you know. And I'm like, well, one of these days I'll have to go, and I still haven't. I've driven by pro wrestling tees, but I still haven't got. Anyways, that kind of sucks. That
it's a really awesome store. Like for those people that may have never been there, our friends from other cities that are tuning in, because I know we got a couple of them, like Shaggy and Matt.
Yeah, shout out to them. Shout out to Shaggy.
Oh, Patrick!
Hold on. Patrick, I'm gonna hit your theme song. Hold on.
Oh my.
Smoking on hey in the middle of the bar.
In the middle of the bar.
I will have
yeah, but you know who brought it up was the girl that doesn't even smoke no hay and no barns.
That's crazy. That is a Chicago classic. And may I add, I am very, very, very high and intoxicated right now. So if I am speaking a little bit too loud, I apologize.
Actually, Pat, you're a little low.
Oh,
so you can actually get a little closer to the microphone.
Get low.
Yeah.
There we go. All right.
Dude, I'm getting now. You're so close. I'm getting a contact high.
Oh man. I'm sorry about that, man.
All right, guys. So look,
yeah, much love to Matt P.D. Douglas. Just saying. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Pro Wrestling Tees, keep up the good work representing Chicago, guys. I love you. Okay, guys. So this is what we're gonna do. Pat, welcome. This is what we're gonna do.
Oh, Pat, I've got some bad news for you. Pat, I'm really sorry. I love you. I'm so sorry that you got here late, but I have bad news for you. It's called WWE Piss Lash.
You literally.
I don't really want to talk about it.
The best part of the podcast.
Yeah. Now it's not. Oh, by the way, it should be called Piss Splash. I think even sounds better. But okay, guys, everyone, a moment of silence. Okay. I want to hear a moment of silence. Val, pretend you're at a funeral. And no, this was a funeral. This was a Piss Lash was a funeral. Okay, pretend you're a funeral. You're at a funeral, and you are giving the eulogy for WWE. So, give us that eulogy called Piss Lash.
This last Sunday, we all, members of the WWE universe, lost at least $9.99 worth, potentially $10.89 if you include tax. Bayley lost to Ruby Riott. Seth Rollins defeated The Miz to retain the Intercontinental Championship. That was the only match of the night that made me feel okay about investing $10.89 this month. Nia Jax, she defeated Alexa Bliss. She's still the women's champion. But Jeff Hardy, he defeated Randy Orton to retain the United States Championship, just like we thought he would. I can't handle that Elias was wearing the dumbest kimono I've ever seen, but Bobby Roode was twerking as part of the dance party segment with No Way Jose. Daniel Bryan defeated Cass. I don't want to talk about the next thing because it was so fucked up. I honestly turned it off. I can't believe I did it, but I had to. Charlotte lost to Carmella. Okay.
Wow.
The WWE Championship it ended in a ball busting no contest. There were so many dick shots. I didn't know who was hurting worse. Was it AJ Styles or was it Shinsuke Nakamura? But I don't know that we'll ever know until the next pay-per-view that they waste all of our time with this segment. Braun Strowman and Bobby Eyebrows defeated Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Roman Reigns.
Funeral is this?
I'm walking out. I'm walking out.
I can't. Can we just talk about Raw? I don't even want. Do you want me to talk? I'm going to talk about Raw. Oh my god.
This is too much sadness.
Oh my god. It was from Long Island, New York. Okay. Oh. All right. Can somebody help me out with the second half because I don't know if I can handle this whole thing. But so Money in the Bank qualifiers. Okay. Whew. Monday Night Raw. Money in the Bank qualifiers. The women's, we're looking at a triple threat match of Ember Moon, Ruby Riott, Sasha Banks. The men's, we're looking at Roman Reigns, but Finn Balor and Sami Zayn. So yeah, that's the gist of what we were looking at, the highlights of the night. So although my highlight of the night, honestly, was when Braun comes out. I'm sorry. Greatest Royal Rumble winner Braun Strowman came out, and some dude immediately behind him held up a Braun Thanos sign in the crowd. about get these hands. It was brilliant. But he told a really stupid story. I mean, brilliant story about a treehouse that he never once did his friends ask for his help to build it. He got tired of hearing. Yeah.
I got tired of hearing
Oh my god!
about the secret handshake to go up into the tree house. Stupid handshake. And so Kurt was like, "So let me guess, you destroyed the tree house like pills destroyed my liver." And he said,
"Oh wow,
I didn't destroy the tree house. I waited till they were all inside, and I knocked the whole tree down." So basically, he murdered a bunch of children, and that's totally cool because he's Thanos. So he just snapped his fingers. Yeah. What you gonna do? Spoilers. Sorry, everyone. Kevin Owens comes out. He brings up that the tag wasn't legal. Excuse me. The pin wasn't on the legal man. Therefore, Strowman and Eyebrows did not win. So that KO deserves a shot in the Money in the Bank. Blah, 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 blah. And basically, he wants to send Strowman. My favorite part was when KO said, "I want to send Strowman to a giant corner so he can reflect on how he's been a very, very bad monster," which I thought was great. Kurt's reminded that Stephanie is watching. So he says, "You're right, Stephanie is watching. I'm going to put you two into a match right now." And then, so Braun Strowman, I'm sure this is shocking, beat Kevin Owens to qualify for the Money in the Bank match. However, as much as I'm not a fan of Kevin Owens, this was the most wrestling I've seen him do as Kevin Owens, probably ever, since his Kevin Steen days. So it was actually, I thought, a decent match between the two of them. But yeah, even though it was Kevin's birthday on Monday, it didn't matter. He lost. Yeah, it was pretty good. Geez, I was reading about Austin Aries again. I'm sorry, you guys. I was just so excited about his Friendship Foliage Hardy County Hardcore Championship. And then there's a Roman segment in the locker room. I'm sorry, Patrick, to say that name out loud. Bailey and Breezango did some cell phone promos. And then we get to Goldust requesting a qualifier match as well. He being all creepy, which I love him for. Ginger starts crying about stuff, which I'm over it. Ginger, get over your fucking self. Angle rolls his eyes, and I'm pretty sure he said F this job in his own head. It looked like he was saying that like to himself in my mind. But yeah, there's the next actual match. There's not a lot of, I mean, I guess there is a decent amount of matches on this one for once. Was No Way Jose and Titus Worldwide taking on Baron Corbin and the Revival. So this would have been my piss break match if I wasn't trying to study how to become a part of the conga line, because I really need to be in that, especially all in neon green. Holy shit. But yeah, Corbin hits the end of days. I want to say on Jose. Yeah, on No Way Jose to get the pin. My note says, ew. And then they're exiting the ring, and everybody needs to rewatch this. And if we could find another angle, I would love to see it. Not Kurt Angle, but a different angle of cameras. Scott Dawson looks like he falls off the apron as he's exiting the ring. Like he's there, and then all of a sudden he just disappears. Oh. Like, I really want to know if hopefully he didn't break anything, because they've had a rough ride with injuries. Jesus, fuck. I don't even want to talk about this Bobby Lashley segment. All right. It's going to be a triple threat match between Sasha, Ruby, and the Riot Squad. You know, so the first to gain pinfall or submission qualifies. Ruby comes out really strong, and it looked really good. But then basically Sasha and Ember double tagged on Ruby to get her out of the picture. Lots of back and forth. I actually really kind of enjoyed this match. And it was kind of nice because, you know, the Riot Squad was there, smiling, looking all cute on the ring, being mischievous little devils, trying to help out Ruby whenever they could. And then all of a sudden, Bayley comes out, her music hits, she comes out to help Sasha. But then in the end, Ember is the only one that is the winner, which it was really awesome. Where was it?
Yes.
I mean, I thought at the very end it was pretty good. Like Sasha went to go put the bank statement on Ruby Riott, and it said that was the best part of the match, I thought.
I liked it.
Excuse me, I'm all excited about women's wrestling. So yeah, she goes to put the bank statement onto Ruby Riott, and from the top rope, Ember takes out Riott and Sasha. with the Eclipse for the win. So, but the worst part of this, I thought, was when she goes, "Oh, I'm over the moon." Like, are you kidding me, dude? Get over yourself.
Oh, I wish I cared, because I want to care so bad, but
well, here's something that'll make you care.
Piss Lash was so bad that I was like, I'm not wasting any time watching anything of WWE except
Piss Lash. Wonderful.
You know,
I did not mean to cut you off, but go ahead.
No, it's fine. I had a cough, so it worked out great. So I can mute my mic. You know what actually is going to make you care is how many times I think we need to make a drinking game. How many times Ember Moon either uses a moon cliche or says, "You know what?" to her interviewer, because you know what she said. Yeah. You know what? At least 3 to 4 times in a less than 30-second segment.
I think Danielle wasted at 20 minutes into Raw in the Hulu version of Raw.
So you know what?
You're gonna get Ember Mooned. Your liver's gonna get eclipsed. Every cheesy possible play on her name, or is she a werewolf? Is she a moon? Is she like a moon creature? What? I don't know what she is.
I think she was going for a vampire type of gimmick.
Yeah, something like that.
A Viking vampire.
I was going to say dyke vampire,
or an astronomer who just loves the moon.
She's an astronomer.
Oh my God. I think we got to stick with that. Astronomer that loves the moon.
That's wild. Okay.
Okay, so anyway, before I chug all this San Pellegrino I'm drinking, can we just go back to the fact that why the fuck is that Bobby Eyebrows segment even
Bobby
on?
Eyelashley?
Bobby
I love it.
Why is it even on Raw? I mean, why? Like, why is that not on, like, one of the Renee Young's 17 different shows that she has on the network? Like, what? I don't care. Am I supposed to care about his 3 sisters? And if so, why?
So corny.
It's so weird.
Speaking of, hold on, sorry to interrupt. Okay, speaking of eyelashes and eyebrows, when is, bear with me, when is the Gay Pride Festival or parade?
I think it's in June.
Yeah, it's in June.
It's usually the last weekend of June.
Okay, whenever that week is, we are going to rename all the wrestlers to their, and this is more in line with RuPaul's Drag Race.
We're gonna give them drag names.
We're gonna give everyone drag names, and we're only gonna refer to them as the drag names.
This is my just so you guys know. So topic ever.
So keep keep your creative juices flowing.
Well, I'm Val Capone, so I got you on lock.
Okay.
So June is Pride Month in Chicago. It's going to be the 49th annual Pride Parade. Is Sunday, June 24th.
It'd be so wild down there, but it's fun as hell. It's really fun.
But Chicago Pride Fest, you guys check it. It's the same weekend as Money in the Bank.
That's where you and I met back when we were kids, right?
I've been in several Pride Fests. I've skated in them. I've ridden on floats. I've walked in them. I handed out condoms. I've been going to them since I was a little girl. So I'm all for.
I've definitely been in the crowd. It's so crazy. Quick, because I'm high. Just for a second. I remember the first time I accidentally.
You're a little low though, Pat. You got to talk.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
No, you got to be actually louder.
Okay, I want to be a little bit louder. Okay.
Yes, there we are.
Yes, I remember. This was like maybe 2006. I had to go to the Guitar Center over there, in Boys Town. And there, so I was in there for like maybe an hour or so. And I come back out and the whole fucking street is just full of guys with wearing where there were big big swole guys that looked like Ultimate Warrior wearing Daisy Dukes. It was mad fun, and
this is my favorite kind of people.
And ever since
I love it. I'm into it, and I think anybody that's nervous about it needs to shut up and just take a chance and go down and see how awesome it is when you just love who you love, and as long as you love, who gives a fuck who you love? It's it's a good time. It's a good time to see people of all colors, all backgrounds coming together under one rainbow, whether they themselves are part of the community or they just support the community. It's really rad. Yeah. But that's also Money in the Bank weekend, so I will be supporting wrestling that weekend by wearing
for everyone.
Yeah, Balor Club Forever. I was gonna say I'm probably wearing my Freelance Pride T-shirt that I have because Freelance, is very pro the LGBTQ community. Yeah. But anyway, so I do care about gay rights and awesomeness, but I don't care about Bobby Eyelashley's family and why he told this weird story about his sister with a broom, his sister with a towel, his sister with an army helmet. Like, it was so bizarre. But anyway, thank goodness the next thing you see is cutie little Sami Zayn Reno with his like hoodie wrapped around his ears. He was just being like neurotic Sammy that I love so much. And KO and Sammy are bickering, of course. But then, you know, KO's all pissed off because Sammy smacked him the night before, you know, as he probably should have. And Zayn gets KO to say, yep, he's with Sammy tonight because Sammy's in one of the qualifiers. So up next, Jinder comes out, and his opponent, as handpicked by Kurt Angle, is his actual illegitimate son, Chad Gable, or Chad Ankle, I guess. Yeah, and Coachman says he sees a young Kurt Angle in Gable. I was just like, dude, please tell me that Corey is going to bitch slap you in the face right now for saying that, Coachman. Oh, the next thing I wrote was piss break. So there's that. And then the next note I said was stop with the word of the hour, Coachman. Nobody gives a fuck. Ginger won, but I also won because I had some great non-dairy ice cream. That was fantastic. Dolph Ziggler. Oh, wait. There was an Alexa with an anti-bullying promo because she's still riding that train, talking about Money in the Bank. And I could have sworn the crowd in the back was chanting asshole. And I'm assuming it's because Jinder was in the ring too long, but it was kind of perfect that it was happening right behind Alexa's bullying promo. But Ascension also did a cell phone promo. Nobody cares. Zack Ryder came out. The crowd was tepid at best to it. I thought that they would react more to their homeboy. And Jinder came out, wanted to make the main event of the night a fatal 4-way. And Kurt Angle said woo, 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 which I thought was really awkward and weird, but so was Kurt Angle. So then we get to, let's see. Oh, Heath and Rhino.
Wait, that's not his actual name, though, Val. What's his real name?
Not Terry.
Terry Runnels? No, that's not. No, that's Marlena's name. Terry Runnels.
What's his real name?
Rhino.
I know his initials are
Rex.
His initials are F.A.
Yeah, F.A. like Franklin Anthony.
Rhino? Fabulous, awesome Rhino.
Okay.
Or follically astute Rhino.
Oh, I like that.
Or fat ass Rhino.
No. He's PHAT. Pretty hot and tempting. We do not fat shame here. We support those that are large and small alike.
Yeah, I support that one too. Besides Rhino.
Hey man, I love Rhino. I want to go out for some pasta with him.
The last ever ECW chat. I love him.
He's amazing.
God, I love him. The only other thing I loved about this match more than your comment about eating pasta with Rhino, Danielle, is that there was a dude in the crowd. I'm like clearly not excited about Piss Slash post. I'm like seriously traumatized by Piss Slash because I was hardly watching the wrestling. I was more watching the crowd for signs and shit to like make me smile again because it made me lose all faith in wrestling humanity. But fuck you. Carmella does not beat Charlotte. It is not the most boring match of the night. That's all I'm saying. Like we all found out why, because she has an injury. My poor girl's boobs are having a hard time. But there was a worse match on the card. Charlotte. Okay, anyway. But the We're All Heath's Kids sign I thought was pretty good. And Patrick, you'll be happy that Drew really was laying some gnarly headbutts and like knocked Rhino off the apron. And it was pretty good. It was pretty intense. I was like,
I wish you would have knocked this fucking stomach body.
I don't know what you just said, but it wasn't nice. Anyway, so they ended up winning with the zigzag Claymore combo that they've been throwing down. F.A. Rhino. Follically astute Rhino. Oh my god. All right, so I can't even handle this. So this like weird rivalry has grown between the dudes that have songs, and one sings them and one has a glorious song. But Bobby Roode, the glorious one, came out on top. He has a much better robe than Elias has kimonos, so I'm pretty sure that's why he won. And I hear you guys, this is crazy. I'm sure you're shocked by this, especially in Zack Ryder's hometown. Mojo Rawley's former bro for life took on Seth Rollins for the IC championship. And guess who won? It wasn't Mojo Jojo. It was definitely Seth Rollins. So, yeah. And then we have the... Yeah, for sure. We have the not-so Ms. Taraj taking on the leaders of Worlds. And Bray and Matt... I'm sorry, what were you going to say, Patrick?
I was just talking under my breath just how much I hate Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt. I just hate everything. I just hate everything at their piss. Really.
That's fine. That's fine because you're in luck because we're moving past it. We're moving on to Money in the Bank. And guess where Money in the Bank is held? In the greatest city on the planet.
Rosemont,
Chicago.
Illinois. That's
Illinois. Chicago, Illinois. And the main event of the evening, there was a qualifier for the men's Money in the Bank, which I love. By the way, can we just get a l'chaim for the fact that we have to reiterate that it's men's Money in the Bank? Yeah. Because now there's a women's Money in the Bank. I absolutely love that as a female wrestling fan and as a female athlete. Fucking A right. So it was Finn Balor taking on Sami Zayn, and also the reason for Patrick hating his existence right now. Pat's puppy pounds and inaugural member. I can't even say it because it's too funny because it's true. Pat's puppy pounds inaugural member weighing in at 256. I don't give a fucks. Roman Reigns. Guess who all lost?
Pat, you did this. You did this, Pat. You created the puppy pound weeks ago when he was still the big dog. You put it out into the universe that you were recruiting people for the Pat's puppy pounds, and then Samoa Joe turned him into a whimpering puppy.
I'm gonna buy you a pound puppy for real.
I know. Oh my god. Okay, did we talk about this last time? Do pound puppies still exist?
I think I've seen them at Toys R Us, even though Toys R Us don't exist soon.
I kind of want one.
Mm-hmm.
I'll find one on eBay and we'll get one for Patrick. It'll be Christmas in July.
I don't want to talk about Roman.
Okay, well, you don't have to because you know who's for everybody? I realize that Roman is not for you any longer. Sorry, love.
Not anymore. He can eat shit.
Who's for everybody, though? Who's a good puppy? Who's a good puppy? Oh, it's Finn Balor.
Prince Devitt.
Right. Yeah. So Finn Balor defeated and also Sami Zayn. And so, yeah, he's going to move on to the Money in the Bank match. Pretty exciting. I'm excited for Finn. I hope it goes well for him because I don't see it going well for him. But I hope it does because I would like for him to be the WWE champion or the Universal champion. It would be nice.
Universal Championship that I never lost.
Oh my God, Pat, tell us how you really feel.
No, I like that you're shouting in the background and asking yourself if it's racist.
I was trying my
Normally, I would say that probably means that it might be racist. Except for I think you're high as F, so I don't think it's racist.
I was trying my Ireland accent.
That's racist.
You know,
is that as racist as Sheamus mowing down on some Lucky Charms? Can we just ask that? Okay,
good point. Yes.
By the way,
four-leaf clover though, so.
Pat, Pat, two notes, Pat. Number one, your connection is weak and your volume is low, but separate. But it's okay. The fact
just
that
like Roman Reigns' connection with the fans and the volume of wins is low.
Exactly. So the fact that Pat's volume is so low and that he's kind of inebriated, it makes me feel like, okay, we've all been there, where you're at a party with your friends, drinking, talking, and suddenly you look at the clock and it's 3 a.m. and the few friends are sitting there talking, but you have one friend all the way in the back of the room that fell asleep hours ago, and that friend wakes up randomly and starts talking, and you're like, shut up, go back to sleep. And no offense, but Pat, that's kind of, you're like that friend that just woke up that like is talking and making really funny jokes, but the volume is so low that it's like, go back to sleep.
Yo, I'm so sorry. I'm just so high right now. Like
I don't even mind. I think it's great.
So before we move on to SmackDown, real quick, Pat, we didn't get to ask you, how was your day? You were coming from out of town, right?
Yeah, I was, and I've been smoking since about 8 this morning. So yeah, and then I got to Chicago, and went to go see my older brother. He's like, "Hey, Pat, I haven't seen you in a long time. Let's smoke." I was like, "Yeah, let's smoke." So we smoked. Ordered some Buffalo Joes, which is really bad. I mean, it's really, really good, but if you're like vegan, then it's really bad because, yeah, I'm not going to get into it. But anyway, wonderful.
I'm not going to chastise you for Buffalo Joes. I don't even know what it is, so we're going to pretend you didn't say that. Might I recommend Veggie Grill next time you need a fast food option that's delicious?
I will say this though, Val. I did get 2 Impossible Burgers last night from White Castle. So
yeah, girl, yeah. Oh no, we had that conversation.
Yeah. Yes, and that's another thing that's bothering me. It might be TMI, but these burgers are not agreeing with me right now. I need to just be.
What's on the Impossible?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's not there. Yeah.
No, what's on those burgers? I haven't had that.
It's the plant-based vegan. As long as you tell them that you want it vegan, you can get it without cheese, and they'll cook it on a separate grill. They actually make it individual to order at White Castle, and they taste like fucking White Castle sliders, which I haven't had meat in. I don't know. I don't even remember how long it's been since that last time I had meat, to be honest with you. But I legit, true story, ate a whole crave case by myself.
When you had meat.
Hey, wait a minute! I like that.
Oh, okay.
That's a different kind of podcast.
Yeah, that's a different podcast.
Shout out to Mark the Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Yeah.
Hey.
I didn't mean to move the relationship along that fast. I mean, you guys are taking it slow. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, it's cool. We're going to Disney World like in 2 weeks. It's fine. We're going to Ring of Honor.
Space Mountain? Are you going to Space? Girl, are you going to Space Mountain? Woo!
I mean, I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking when I say I have a T-shirt that says "The Mountains Are Calling" and I'm wearing it to Disney.
Oh man! Hey, well, just don't document any of that trip, and yeah, that's cool.
Last time I was in Disney World, I took it to Epcot Center. Woo!
Oh my god!
Simon. You don't even sound like Ric Flair. You sound like Dusty Rhodes.
Yes, what I was gonna say.
Well, I don't know any funny Dusty Rhodes things, so I'll keep saying it's Ric Flair.
Just talk with the lisp, baby. That's all you gotta do.
All you gotta do is say "baby" and talk with a lisp.
I'm gonna throw you some polka dots, some yellow polka dots.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, guys, what happened on SmackDown? I only watched.
I hope that God damn it! And the worst part is that he's gonna listen to this, and next time I wear my Dusty Rhodes shirt, I'm gonna get shit for it.
You cannot wear Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair, anything about not eating meat, or anything about Space Mountain around him next time.
But that eliminates 2/3 of my wardrobe.
So now let's somehow make something that Charlotte Flair says sexual, so you can't wear any of her.
Oh no, we can't do that. No.
Okay. So all right.
Why do you hate me? Why are we talking about my girlfriend? I'm so upset. I'm so upset still. Like seriously, I was talking to him while I was watching Piss Lash, and I was like, I can't even watch this. What the fuck is wrong with this? And I was getting angry, and I don't get angry. I was like, what is wrong with her? What is going on? Why is it just all chokeholds?
Yeah.
Stop talking, Carmella. Stop talking, Carmella. Stop talking, Carmella. And yeah, it was bad. So then I booked a trip to Disney World to make myself feel better. I feel like that's okay though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
There is never a bad time to go to Disney World, okay?
Danielle, are you drunk?
Very. I've only had an orange in the past 12 hours, plus a lot of Stoli and LaCroix.
LaCrotch. All right, so do we want to go over SmackDown? Who wants to go over SmackDown?
Pat, did you watch SmackDown? I want to hear you in your current state talking about SmackDown.
Yeah, I did watch a little bit.
Just talk a little closer to the mic.
Okay, yeah, see, I got this whole thing just right in front of my face.
I can't hear you.
Are you on your phone? We're gonna walk you through. I'm gonna troubleshoot you.
Yes,
hold on. I'm gonna be. Hold on. This is your phone support. Okay, hold on. Hello, my name is Jack Johnson. What is your name?
God, that's racist.
That's racist as hell.
Are you holding the microphone to your face while I'm talking?
Oh my God, I can't even handle it. I gotta go.
Okay, please continue to talk. Please continue to talk in that configuration, and please call us.
Did you say your name was Jack Johnson?
My name is Jack Johnson, ma'am. Okay, Patrick Prior, please continue to talk in this configuration. If you have any further issues, please turn off your device and turn it back on.
Device? Okay, all right. You have a good day.
Oh my God.
Okay, so
that sounds perfect.
Okay, just note to self: I have the phone like right in front of my face. Cross-eyed, looking at
almost be eating the microphone. I think.
Yes, I'm going cross-eyed.
I'm like basically crying.
Now you're quiet again. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Okay, yeah. Okay, results. My eyes are a little bit crossed because that's how close I am to my phone.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I have to mute my microphone.
Where's the hole? Put your mouth by the hole on the phone. Where's the hole, Pat?
It's
oh
right,
my God.
it's
I'm
right
gonna get the
in front of my
hiccups.
face. Okay, so here we go. The first match, it was The Miz against Jeff Hardy for a Money in the Bank qualifier. And at the end of the match, we had Jeff Hardy do like a Swanton Bomb type thing. That's what it's called, right? Swanton Bomb?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I'm high. I'm sorry. So he does the and it was so great because when he landed the Swanton Bomb, and I said it like 8 times already, he kind of sold it like he was hurt. And he laid back gently on Miz, and it was like 1, 2, and then the ref was like, "No, you don't." And then the Miz turned them over, and boy pin 1, 2, 3 advances in the Money in the Bank qualifier. Yeah, so congratulations to the Miz, one of the best wrestlers in WWE right now. Anyway, next match we had Charlotte Flair.
What was her name?
Peyton Royce.
You're fine.
In a Money in the Bank. This was a surprising match. Peyton Royce, that's her name, right? Yeah.
Yes.
All right, yeah. So she was doing like, she did this one flexible move. I was like, oh, sexual way.
What? Pat,
no,
Pat, you're like turning into a Pat bot.
Pat, is your phone on Wi-Fi? If so, turn off the Wi-Fi. That might be an issue. And I appreciate anyone listening and seeing the behind the scenes because I'm hearing robot. I'm hearing robot LTE. Pat, and I'm hearing low volume.
LTE, baby.
That's
I
better,
turned the Wi-Fi. Okay.
There you go.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
So like I was saying, the Charlotte Flair match, she defeated Peyton Royce. Peyton Royce kind of surprised me because she did this move where she was like stretched out and shit and flexible, not in a sexual way, like in a wrestling way. Okay, so all you neckbeards don't be like, "Oh, he's one of us. He's a brother." No, I think you're fucking disgusting if you watch that just to think like that. But anyway.
Oh my God.
The next match, which was pretty cool too, it was Cesaro against Xavier Woods of New Day. It was.
But wasn't the best part that they found the gym bags full of pancakes?
Yes, the segment. Yes, oh my God, that was the first time I laughed at a pancake related thing. I didn't even laugh at Mr. Bootyworth. I thought that was stupid anyway.
Stupid.
So the Swiss Army Man or Superman, yes, Swiss Superman.
Oh, Swiss Army Man, what?
Yeah, man, he's got the little toothpick, and
he's got a nail file because that comes in handy.
Okay, so the Swiss Superman,
tweezers.
He defeats Xavier Woods. That was unfortunate, but it was a good match though. Piss break of the night, Mandy Rose defeating Becky Lynch, which is kind of wild that wasn't like it wasn't like a Money in the Bank qualifying match. So I guess Becky Lynch is not going to be in the ladder match, which sucks because I think she truly deserves to be in that Money in the Bank.
Well, it was also weird because the whole baby girl barred Sonya from ringside.
Yes, right, so. Yeah.
Hey
And then
guys.
Mandy Rose.
Hey guys, Paige here.
Oh, baby girl, baby girl. Yeah, baby girl. They called Paige not the mama. I was like,
Oh.
Hi
Oh, no.
guys. Okay. And another thing, so when I was watching this SmackDown, obviously I've been smoking a lot of marijuana. No, not marijuana. No, Satan spinach.
Vapor.
Satan spinach. Yeah. I've been smoking a lot of vapors. And was it just me, or was like Mandy Rose like entrance kind of like weird? Like, did they have
no,
like
dude.
some type of?
I thought the
effect
same
on the
thing.
screen?
It was just super weird. Like I think it's a color scheme of the yellow and red and goldness. Like it doesn't translate so well on your TV, but also her twitchy, like, I'm hot. Wait, no, I missed a beat. Wait, no. Oh no, I'm just badass. Like it was so uncomfortable to watch her solo entrance. I feel kind of bad for her.
Yeah, it just put up with gold dust already. Anywho, the next match was Rusev. Yeah, Alexander Rusev. Yeah. A lot of people don't remember that when he was Alexander Rusev in NXT. Anyway,
Hashtag TBT.
Yeah, TBT. That's not a porn either. That's a hashtag for Throwback Tuesday, I believe.
Thursday, Pat.
I'm
in all fairness, I don't know if you saw the notes, but whoever's reading this is high AF, and also it's SmackDown on Tuesday, so throwback to Tuesday.
Yeah, see?
I got your back.
Well,
Damn.
shit, my mind has exploded.
And it's probably Tuesday somewhere, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Maybe not on Earth, but somewhere in the Milky Way, it's Tuesday, right?
Might be in Japan. You never know.
Hey,
So-
Google,
They're so far ahead of their.
what day is it in Japan?
It's not Tuesday.
It is Friday. 18 in Tokyo, Japan.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, well.
So TBT, Alexander Rusev, what happened?
Rusev fucking won, and I was surprised. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
That's amazing, though.
yeah.
I'm all about Happy Rusev Day. Okay.
Yeah, and I said the same thing. Like, what the fuck? Like, sorry, I'm sorry, just burping and slurping.
Talking
I'm
about
sorry.
TBT, that was like a burp a 5-year-old would make.
Yeah, I'm
Damn, Pat, are you gonna take that
I'm just
shit?
saying, that was like it was like the most polite little burp ever. That's all.
I'm sorry, I'm high. I'm sorry. But anywho, so yeah, Rusev qualifies for Money in the Bank, which is going to be interesting. But that only means that Daniel Bryan is stuck with Big Casshole for another month or so. And speaking of the Big Casshole, apparently he's in some backstage heat because he was only supposed to boot the little person, the midget, or whatever you prefer to call.
Damn.
Well, I mean that's one of the terms, right? Midget, little person, little man.
Keep going.
All right.
Going. How many more can you think of?
Dwarf.
Oh my god, no.
Hornswoggle.
Swoggle.
I'm not Hornswoggle.
All right, so yeah, he was supposed to boot him, and
Patrick,
that
are you
was it.
saying they all look alike? Because that's racist.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. Every midget I've ever came across.
Oh no!
Okay, every little person.
Patrick.
Pat, you
That
texted me that day and you asked Simon, "Is that Bilbo Baggins on my screen?"
Look,
Oh my god. Oh my God.
look. Okay.
Oh my god. Is he
Pat
making
texted-
Thor's hammer?
Like, yeah, Pat texted me that day and he's like, "I thought Vern Troyer died." I was like, "Pat,
Yeah.
they're not all the same."
Oh my
I'm
god.
I'm not gonna lie.
No.
Every little person
No.
I've seen either looks like Vern Troy, Hornswoggle, or the guy from Jackass.
Wee Man! Wee Man!
Oh my god. Oh my
So, yo, I'm
god.
just gonna keep watching.
Nope.
Yeah,
I'm
no in
gonna
between.
omit that.
But anywho, yeah. So Big Castle, he boot the guy, and that was supposed to have been it. But he like really beat the shit out of that little man. Like, it was bad.
he asked everybody's permission. They said no, so he went to Vince, and Vince said no, and he still did it. And
Yeah.
it's like it's one thing to take chances, and sometimes they work out, like Naomi, like glowing the belt without permission. Sometimes it works out,
Yeah.
but I guess according to this, it doesn't work out because he wasn't on
But you
SmackDown
gotta-
as far as I recall.
Yeah, but you gotta look at Like just the visual of it. Like it looked like he was beating up a kid. Like he was beating the shit out of a kid. Like it was bad, you know. But
I wish that would have been Nicholas on the receiving end, but it wasn't.
hey, man, he's gonna be back in 2030 or whatever.
Hey, doesn't he have a T-shirt in WWEshop.com and I don't?
Yes, he does, and I think it's going for $27.99. So any dumbass neckbeard that's thinking about getting that shirt, just want to let you know you're a virgin. But anyway, we go to Money in the Bank.
For life.
We go to Money in the so far the people involved in Money in the Bank. For the women, it is Charlotte Flair and Amber Moon. Which I still don't know.
Well, hang on a tick though, Pat. Now I mentioned it earlier in my hate rage fit that I was crying about Carmella because she sucks at life. No, she doesn't. I shouldn't say that. I just don't want her to be my champion. But Charlotte has to take a timeout indefinitely, and they don't know. She's on like for the next 10 shows for the European tour, but after that she's taking a timeout because one of her implants ruptured. So they don't know if she's actually going to be in Money in the Bank.
Damn, Pat. Pat. Why was you squeezing on it so hard? You know what I'm saying, play?
Whoa. Inappropriate.
What type of pot? Hey, yeah. What type? We're not that type of podcast. I might
Why you be squeezing all the? Why you be squeezing
all the Charmin?
I might be high, but man, you're wild, Simon. You're wild, man.
Very nice. The ladies made me drink alcohol today.
Oh, wait, we did.
Oh, you're drinking? You're drinking?
Just a little bit.
See, I thought you was just drunk off water again. My bad. All right, well, fuck it, turn up. Fuck it,
seriously,
turn up.
So Val, do you think this will affect her chances of winning that Money in the Bank ladder match?
I don't know because I mean, she's that okay. Other than the match with Peyton Royce was pretty solid and very actual Charlotte caliber of quality. But the match against Carmella was so weak. I was like, well, that explains why that match was so bad. And she just kind of sat there and made squishy face while Carmella had her in chokeholds. I mean, also, if I had to hear Carmella's voice that close to my ear, I would make that same exact face too, I think. But, I'm hoping that she recovers well because she's a badass and she's a wonderful, wonderful talent and an excellent athlete. And she's worked really hard. And people can say whatever they want about her last name. But I think Charlotte supersedes the Flair name at this point, but I don't know. I would really love to see her win the Money in the Bank, and maybe she will, especially since Carmella won it last year. Maybe it'll come down to that. That would be kind of cool, but we'll see. But for the men's side, of course, we have Braun Strowman, The Miz, Rusev, and Finn Balor. So there's already 4 dudes that have qualified and only 2 ladies at this point. But supposedly at Money in the Bank, there might be a tag team title match, or like a tag team Money in the Bank match. I don't know if that's happening, if they're going to introduce a 3rd briefcase, because that's kind of intense, but you never know.
Who gives a shit about that? Like, really, who wants those fucking belts? Probably just the Usos, maybe. Really, like, what WWE? What are you doing? What are you doing,
Patrick? Have you ever been to the WrestleMania Superstore?
Oh yeah. The fucking New Day belt.
Yeah. $438, I want to say is what it is. Oh, actually, it's funny. Yes. I'm wearing my WrestleMania 33 shirt today. I'm wearing my Orlando WrestleMania shirt.
Yeah, I saw a guy with that belt, that New Day belt. 100% knew he was a virgin. But the point is, people are buying the belt. It's a merchandise seller. So yes, we do need New Day to have those belts again. I'm sorry.
And I think that's why they won't do the combined belts again now that there's combined shared brand pay-per-views. I think that's why there still is the brand specific for Women's Champ, Universal, WWE Champ, Tag Team. I think it's because they want to sell all the belts. Oh my God, you guys, 30% off of clearance on WWEshop.com. Somebody turn off my phone right now.
I want to call, I don't know what service you got, Sprint or whatever, and I'm gonna tell them to cut your phone. All right, T-Mobile. I hate the CEO guy from T-Mobile. I know it's like random as fuck, but I was so tired of him coming down my Facebook wall and my Twitter page. I just blocked him. All I just know is he's just some dude with long ass hair, and he looks like I don't know. He just looks weird as fuck. Fuck him. But we love T-Mobile because that's what keeps you able to talk to your loved ones. Cheap plug. Get T-Mobile right now. Unlimited $50 a month.
Wait,
or something
Pat,
like that.
are you getting paid to say that?
I wish I was.
Then you need to, when you're editing this, to delete that until they say, "Hey, we're gonna pay you to talk about us,"
or leave it in for a taste, and they can see how many millions of new lines they open from that.
Yeah. T-Mobile is how I can dial into you guys from all over the world, so he's not wrong with that.
Yeah, so
it looks like they sold out of the. Looks like they sold out of the WWE New Day Championship belt. It's finally off the website.
Virgins. Everyone's buying it. That's the belt.
You guys, $1,999.99. Wow. For an Elite Series Universal Championship. Holy living Jesus.
For that amount of money, I better fucking main event Monday Night Raw.
At least. But I think if you spent that amount of money, you might be able to main event 205 Live.
Oh man!
I mean, or I can just tell you about the awesome main event on 205 Live if you want.
Please, I'm begging you. Please talk about this.
It's so good. Well, the night started out with Lince Dorado and Gran Metalik. Of course, the Lucha House Party. Excuse me, Lucha House Party. Whoa, they're going to be taking on Jack Gallagher and the Brian Kendrick, and I love the two of them together. They're such smarmy bastards still. I love it. And their plan, of course, was to crash the Lucha House Party. That's very nice. Yeah, Buddy Murphy takes on Mustafa Ali. Ali says, you know, he knows that Buddy Murphy cut some weight, but clearly you haven't cut the crap. I was like, whoa, getting a little cussy there, Ali Boombaye. Buddy says he's come to this division to win the championship and that he is the juggernaut of 205 Live. I just thought that was appropriate since I'm all amped up on Marvel movies and comic books and life. So the most exciting hour on TV is one of the comments that the commentary desk mentioned, right as they panned to a very bored crowd and nobody was even looking at the camera or the ring. Wow. And people were all on their cell phones. It was so sad because 205 Live is really good. And the opening match was, of course, the Gran Metalik, Lince Dorado, accompanied by Kalisto. People still love that lucha crap so much. It's like insane, but they just don't really care about the wrestlers themselves. It's kind of surreal. So gentleman Jack Gallagher and Brian Kendrick come out to the I'm a man with a plan bullshit. And gentleman Jack is wearing crushed velvet pants, which is amazing. And then out of nowhere comes Suit Gulak, Drew Gulak. He goes and he shakes the kid's hand and then wipes it on his suit as though he just touched something really disgusting. And he just walks immediately to the commentator desk and he sits down. He'd like to offer his expertise, as always, on the 205 competition. So he sits in for the whole match because he's very anti-high-flying wrestling, as we all may know. He calls him Lince Dorito and asks, like, what's the deal there? You know, Perry's asking what the problem is. It's just like basically Drew Gulak shitting on all the lucha wrestling. There was a whole lot of rocking back and forth for 1 counts between one of the Lucha Party and one of the other guys. I kind of lost count there. It was a decent match, I thought. You know, it got better, but my favorite part of the whole match was probably Drew saying, you know, he was asked once again, what's your deal with the Lucha House Party? And he said the only house party that matters is the one that features Kid and Play, and even they didn't last. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh wow.
And then Drew Gulak, yeah, right. I wanted to do the Kid and Play dance with him.
That's how I know you're white. Kid and Party. What the fuck?
I was reading my notes on Lucha Party. But then, speaking of somebody being white, that's racist, Drew Gulak. I need that alarm sounded for you because he asked Mr. Watson, Mr. Percy Watson, what's your one word for the hour? Dude, that's Jonathan Coachman. Like, let's not be racist, Drew. Anyway, yeah. So let's see. Oh yeah, Lince and Gran Metalik defeated the Brian Kendrick and gentleman Jack Gallagher. Bunch of super kicks, basically solid match, but definitely Gulak's commentary was the highlight for me. Ali promo saying that Buddy is built for show, Ali is built for go, and move it or I'll make you move out of his way kind of thing. A lot of chest puffing via promos. Next thing you know, you cut to a scene in the back of Buddy Murphy talking to Tony Nese backstage, and then just giving him a pep talk of sorts. And Dasha Fuentes comes up and interviews Buddy. Buddy mentions all the weight cuts, and, you know, he hopes that the champ is watching, of course, referring to Cedric Alexander. Next thing you know, Tony Nese is taking on Keith Clayball, who, like, upon first glance, I was like, whoa, is that All Ego Ethan Page? Like, my frenemy from Freelance and Freelance Underground?
Yeah.
But he looks like a super little version of All Ego. But it was essentially a squash match for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
There was, like, zero offense. But again, the highlight was basically All Ego also thinking it looked like him. He said, I want to thank everyone for the great support and great tips on cardio and my new keto diet. Dreams were made last night. They say you can mold a clay ball into anything you want. Well, I turned my clay ball into the body of Keith
Clayball. Wild. That's wild. I really thought it was him.
I legit did too.
That's wild. That's wild.
Although when he was in town like a week or two ago, he weighed in at 265, and then the next night when I called him, when I ring announced him at Freelance, he had eaten a bunch of deep dish cheese only pizza, and so he weighed in at 272. So I didn't think he lost that much weight to get on to 205 Live. But yeah, so Tony Nese took it, you know, whatever. But Clayball was actually the Miz Bear. Did you guys know that? You remember in like this time last year, like June of 2017, when there was a Miz celebration and there was a bear in the ring. Yeah, that was Keith Clayball. Who knew?
Wow.
Yeah, there was a brief Hideo Itami package, video package. Whoops. And then
I'm going back to New Japan. That's what he said.
No, he did not say it that way.
I'm pretty sure he said that's racist.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So that it goes to Cedric and Drake Maverick cutting a promo and mentioning that 205 is going to be broadcast from London next week, and that the superstars of 205 Live will be competing against the superstars of the UK division. Buddy Murphy's entrance flame video is really whack. Like, I kept waiting for the Heat Miser dancers to pop out with him. It was just really sketchy and weird. I don't know. I just hated it. And they definitely made the ring announcer emphasize that he was 205 pounds, and that's it. It was like, because, you know, he had to cut weight. Ali still came out with his DJ Z gear on with the point. But I don't know. Basically, Buddy Murphy tried to stomp the light out of Ali as much as he could while Cedric Alexander was watching. The crowd kind of started a Ali chant, which was really exciting, but then some asshats started saying "beat the traffic," which was a chant from Piss Watch or Piss Slash or whatever it is. It was a lot more striking than we normally see out of Ali, but there was this one point where he did like a spinning DDT through the second rope, and it was fucking gorgeous. Like the announcers didn't even know what to call it because I've never seen that. He did like a 360 around Buddy Murphy's neck and then DDT'd him through the second rope. It was fucking gorgeous. But unfortunately, shortly thereafter, a knee strike from Murphy into Ali, and then Murphy right into a DDT on Ali, and it really looked like he was going to kill Ali there, but no, Ali kicked out at 2. So Murphy got real frustrated. Eventually, there was 3 giant power bombs in a row, like huge power bombs, and to the point where they were talking about, you know, is this match going to be called due to injury? Is this going to be another knockout that Murphy has under his belt? But no, Ali waved off the official. He kept trying to stay in there. Murphy kept saying he should have stayed down. Eventually, facebuster happens from Ali onto Murphy, but Buddy kicks out at 2. And it was just such an amazing match. But Buddy did take down Mustafa Ali with the Murphy's Law. 15 minutes and 85 seconds. So like 16 minutes and 15 seconds is how long that match went, which is pretty long for WWE. They usually don't go that long. But yeah, it went over 15 minutes. And it was very impressive. So if you haven't seen it, please, please, please do watch it. It was great. And now, I mean, I'm happy because I enjoy him as a wrestler, but I'm sad because our homeboy Mustafa Ali doesn't get the next opportunity. But yeah, it looks like Buddy Murphy is going to be the #1 contender for the Cruiserweight Championship on 205 Live. So
that is what's up.
It was hella good. I thought it was a nice little hour of TV.
I always like 205 Live. 205 Live is the shit. That's all I got.
Agreed.
Like
who's higher? Neville when he's at the height of the Red Arrow, or you right now?
Man, I'm still pretty high, but you gotta, ladies and gentlemen, neckbeards and virgins. Yes, I have been smoking since 8 this morning. So
that's crazy.
Like it's wild.
So Pat,
man.
okay, here's my commitment. Okay. By episode 420 of this show, the four of us are gonna smoke together. Okay, even if we don't smoke, so if we make it to episode 420. By then, cars will be flying and weed will be available in 7-Elevens everywhere. So it won't be a problem.
Yeah,
we only have 415 more episodes to go, you guys. I feel like I should get my green card tomorrow.
Hey,
True.
Yeah, see? Yeah. Hold on, what is it, episode 15?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is? Holy shit. Oh, happy anniversary.
It's funny because, Pat, isn't this your show?
No, Pat, it's episode 5. What are you talking about?
Okay. Well, never mind. We got a long way to go.
That's only 7.98 years away.
We can do it.
Oh, wow.
We can do it.
I just asked Dana Brooks, and she told me, she said, Titus Worldwide, that's just under 8 years away, Val Capone.
Oh, that's nothing. That's nothing. Hopefully.
So, I mean, it's cool. I'll be almost 50 by the time we get high together. I feel like
that's fine.
That's as good a time as any to start smoking the wacky tobacco.
Yeah, fuck it, might as well, man. I'm sorry, I'm high. I'm sorry. What happened on NXT? What happened on NXT?
Danielle,
oh shit!
Speaking of under the influence, Danielle, you're on your third or fourth.
This is my fourth tasty Stoli and Lacroix beverage, and I'm gonna take you into the NXT world, aka the highlight of WWE wrestling right now.
Ooh.
They introduced the night with Mr. Ricochet doing a promo that was unfortunately mediocre.
You thought it was mediocre?
I did.
Wait, the whole thing or just the beginning?
Wait. What?
Okay. All right. Okay.
Because I was about to say this is the best promo and best feud of 2018 so far.
All right, so I like to call them the FFSM, the fucking Full Sail Marks. They started a no socks chant to him.
Okay, that was pretty amazing.
And he said, one and only thing is on his mind. It's not socks. It's the NXT Championship. I was like, yeah, still kicking it like indie style.
I loved that he acknowledged the crowd in a response because that's anti WWE. They're they're not a fan of their performers acknowledging all the audience. So I did like that moment, but I just felt that their scripts between Ricochet and Velveteen Dream it felt like it was scripted and they forgot their lines and there was too many pauses and it was dragged out longer than it should have been because they forgot their lines. Now,
can I just point out real quick?
But I just felt that it went a little longer than it should have.
So
I could have watched them for a whole hour.
Oh wow! Okay.
But see, I
think so too.
Okay, but I think. Sorry, Val, real quick. I think Danielle, I see what you mean, but I think because it wasn't as scripted, it's had a different delivery and cadence. It didn't. You're right. It sounded more like two people talking crap on a playground, like kids talking trash to each other. Because they didn't, I think they were go out there and just talk trash to each other. I think you're right about it sounding different.
Yeah, well, you suck at jump rope. It was kind of like that, well, you suck at Chinese jump rope. Yeah, well, you can't even double touch jump rope. You know what I mean? It was kind of like that where they were almost one-upping each other in childish ways. But I thought it was great. They did, first off, Ricochet's entrance is unlike any other of any superstars big or small, top or whatever, top of the card or bottom feeder enhancement talent, he has like that cone of light and smoke and lasers that surround him. There's nobody in WWE that has that. Not even the fucking Undertaker with his goddamn lightning bolts from his crotch. But like the subtle hints that they were dropping, talking about taking over, maybe that wasn't so subtle, but like popping the seeds that they're gonna take each other on at TakeOver, perhaps. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
I totally was into that. I thought,
and Velveteen Dream was all like, was good. Yeah, like Velveteen Dream all going, he wants to know who gave you, and then everybody starts going, who in the background, the authority, to ask for title opportunities. And then like talks, oh God, it was so good. I just thought the back and forth banter between the two of them, like mentioning of candy doves and like Ricochet with the mic drop and then Dream with the mic drop. Jewelry gets taken off. There was a sexiest stare down I didn't even know that I needed in my life. Oh my God, Dream slithers out.
Yes, that was my favorite part of the whole promo was Velveteen just like getting down, like running at Ricochet and then stopping, falling, and then dropping, slithering. So I feel like him slithering out.
Oh my God.
It made my night. I will agree to that. I just felt
he made comments about like, about how he looks and stuff. And it's like, he's still playing that fine line of is he, isn't he? And just like when Ricochet's music hits as he was slithering out, I'm pretty sure I got pregnant twice because it was so damn sexy. Like it was insane.
I just felt that they stalled. Maybe they were stalling. I don't know. It just felt like they dragged it on longer than it could have been. They could have had a little bit faster of dialogue with each other. But I guess if we pan out, it's more of a story build to build tension. That's what WWE is about. Okay, I get it. But as a personal taste, I think they could have went a little faster with this whole segment. But that's just how I feel. But we follow
real quick. We have a shout out, Danielle. You should do that.
Simon, tell us the shout out because
our good friend Mr. Jamal is in the YouTube chat. It is gonna be his birthday in 20 minutes. So happy birthday, Syed.
Happy birthday, Syed.
This guy, let me real quick. This guy was watching wrestling before I was. I remember him talking, and here's the funny thing. I remember him coming to our house, we're playing video games and stuff, and he was like, you guys need to watch wrestling.
Oh, wait, Simon. That's Syed?
Syed, yes. Jamal, yep. Our buddy. You remember. He's in the group.
He was there when I puked at your guys' house.
Yes, he was.
Oh, yes. So Syed, he was like, I don't know, maybe in 5th grade or something. I was in 8th grade. I remember him coming over to the house, hanging out with my younger brother, and he was like, you guys need to start watching wrestling. It's amazing. We're like, we didn't care at that point, right? And he's like, there's this really cool guy called Mr. Ass. And we're like, why the hell would we watch something with a guy called, and he's like, no, he's cool. And then he's like, then there's this cool group called the Mean Street Posse. And he was telling us about like the worst wrestlers in the world, but we ended up watching it. And I remember that we went to him first and we're like, dude, we started watching. It's amazing. So shout out to Syed. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. But bro, he told you about Mr. Ass out of all people.
Happy birthday, Syed. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate your Undertaker viewership.
There's a cool guy that kills his brother. He didn't talk about Undertaker or Kane or Stone Cold. He talks about Mr. Ass.
Oh yeah, I know. We were like, get out of here. We're like, what? Why would we watch this stupid stuff? But yeah, and I remember, I'll never forget, I was talking to my brother Mike, and we're like, we have to tell Syed we watched, I think it was No Way Out when Triple H retired Mick Foley in that Hell in a Cell match. It was the first pay-per-view I watched. Yeah. So, but yeah, shout out to Syed. Thank you for listening, and thank you for supporting the show.
Hey, man, you might not watch WWF, but you need to check out this dude named Meat. I'm telling you.
Meat, oh God. So Syed, then we're going to get back to it. Danielle is talking about NXT, which you need to watch. Get back into wrestling and watch NXT. That's for you, Syed. Oh, my God. Here, play it. Happy birthday, Syed. Here's your song.
I love the love. I'm not singing the rest of these records.
Oh no!
Oh my god, that was the best entrance though.
You know, I wonder who okayed that. I wonder if it was Jim Johnston.
I'm so sorry, I had to.
The lyrics is I want to lick him,
stop now.
and I want to kick him.
And wait, no, he says I want to stick him.
I want to stick him.
He says I want to lick him, right?
Yes.
No, he says I want to stick him. I'm gonna kick him because I'm an ass man.
So many asses, so little time. A little tight one can stop me on the
I'm
dime.
an ass man.
So Danielle,
Who wrote these
speaking
lyrics?
of ass men,
What?
dude, this guy. Okay, go ahead, Danielle. What happened?
Oh,
next?
okay. I don't know. This is
This guy did a little.
He was quite cheeky.
He was a little cheeky.
Wait. Just. Oh no. Okay. Yeah. Go.
He was quite cheeky.
Sorry.
Mr. EC3 NX3 defeated Raul Mendoza. I don't know why. I said that way.
That's racist as hell.
Okay. As we've established in the past few shows, I was not too familiar with EC3, and the more familiar I get, the more I enjoy his performances.
Well, Danielle, I could tell you he is the tannest man alive.
He is. He's kind of gray. He's so tan. It's amazing.
He's so tan. He is literally the tannest man alive.
It's quite amazing. He did drop a pretty amazing promo post-match of defeating the poor luchador Raul Mendoza. And he was spitting all over the mic and creating amazing chaos within his verbiage. I enjoyed it. I thought he was... I'm on the EC3 bandwagon. I enjoy him.
And
I love him.
Again, I already don't care for Raul Mendoza because what colors does it come out in? Green and gold. Fuck you.
Ooh, Val, you're gonna hate me because the first thing I said to Simon was like, "Ooh, I like his tights. I like the green."
Wait, Danielle, you like his tights because the Mexican flag. Val,
Yes.
is it like Milwaukee color?
Green Bay. Green Bay Packers.
Oh,
No,
Green
it's not
Bay.
Milwaukee.
Okay.
It's Green Bay.
Oh,
like
see,
Milwaukee.
I just
love
thought
Milwaukee.
luchador, Mexican.
I'm
I like those
announcing-
colors.
You each had valid
announcing,
reasons.
Valid reasons. I'm announcing the roller derby championships in Milwaukee on Saturday night. Actually, the Bruce City Bruisers. I love Milwaukee.
The Beer City Bruisers?
no,
announcing
the
for the
Bruce
Beer
City
City
Bruisers.
What?
Oh,
Val, you betrayed me.
Never.
Val, we're breaking up officially on the podcast. Okay.
Unpossible. That is impossible.
Okay, so we followed this amazing promo by EC3 with a phenomenal, pulled from a Guy Ritchie film promo between Pete Dunne, Danny Burch, and Oni Lorcan about their little team up and what they're going to do next week, which, they're just have redemption and
Undisputed Era.
with the Undisputed Era. And
With the three of them.
Oh, it's going to be kick-ass. I can't wait. And the best line was, in quotations, you're a piece of garbage, right? In
Yeah.
accent. It was amazing. And Pete Dunne just looking and nodding. It was
like shrug, like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it again, think of Guy Ritchie films and how he tells his characters to deliver the lines. It was exactly that. I enjoyed every moment of that. Amazing.
My note said 3 dudes in black track jackets that all hate the Undisputed Era. Also, congrats to Pete Dunne on the soon-to-be baby bruiserweight.
Yes, I did see that.
Having a baby.
He's having a baby.
Having a baby vegan.
Yes. Okay, so we followed that with
he's having a wee little wanker, isn't he?
Oh
my God.
I thought we moved on from that, but I guess not.
No, because we are ass men.
Speak for yourself.
We moved on to Bailey. I'm sorry, Dakota Kai.
Bailey 2.
Bailey version 2.0. AKA Dakota Kai defeating, unfortunately, Vanessa Bourne. But there was a light at the end of the tunnel because
oh my God,
the Queen of Spades.
Oh God,
Queen of Spades. Right?
Yes,
is that what you're going by?
Yeah,
Just
Queen of Spades. Jesus fuck. She's Shayna Baszler is what I'm calling her because they like. I don't know. I don't know if she feels more confident now or because they made her put on all the black eye makeup and I really love this good smoky eye look.
Right? They gave her the good smoky eye and they colored her brows in, which I was so happy about that as a makeup artist. Thank God they filled in her damn brows. I was just satisfied with that. But she came
she's
out
like chomping at the bit. Oh God, Shayna Baszler. I'm into her. I mean, I've always been a fan, as you guys know, but like, I think she just feels more comfortable in her skin now with NXT, and her promos have gotten better. It's not as staccato of a delivery. And then she fucking put Born into the Kafuta clutch. I was like, oh.
Yes, it was a great little blip of a, it was not really a promo, but just her making a statement about Dakota Kai.
It was gorgeous. Dakota like ran away looking like she just peed herself.
Yeah,
Baszler is just keeping Born in that clutch and just staring at Dakota Kai like she's eye fucking her. Oh my God, it was so good.
Oh my God. Okay, Val. Okay, we're gonna get inappropriate right now. Okay, just censor earmuffs for all the people who can't handle inappropriate.
All the virgins.
No, those are the people that need it the most.
Saying to Simon that Shayna Baszler has the "I'm gonna fuck you" eyes towards Dakota Kai. Like she's gonna fuck her so hard. And Simon's looking at me like, why? I don't understand why you're saying that. No, and Val, you just validated. Validated.
That's what I do. And I would date her too. I mean, it's cool.
Amazing.
Like, I love that. I love that.
I'm so happy. You have no idea how happy I am that
Kathy
you said
Kelly's
that.
like talking to Dakota Kai in the back, and Shayna Baszler just like appears and like urges, and I say urges with all intent.
Yes.
The captain of Team Kick to kick her or do something, and Kai just freezes again. Oh my God. And then like Shayna Baszler like walks away and Dakota Kai's looking like she just wet herself.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden it's like a dream of mine came to life, because then all of a sudden in the background you just hear like maniacal laughter. And it's like the one and only gorgeous fucking brilliant psychopath of Nikki Cross like clutching to a lighting rig in the back, and she's like and I'm just like I was like, please don't wake up from this dream. Oh wait, this is on my TV.
It was an amazing moment. I am so ecstatic. Val, I'm so like mind boggled.
I'm fanning myself right now.
Are on the same exact page with me on this whole segment. Like just this whole like this what will happen. I mean, who we know Shayna Baszler is gonna fuck the shit out of Dakota Kai at some point, and I kind of want to watch it. So
yeah, 100%. Yeah, and then it's like I don't even smoke cigarettes, but I felt like I needed one after watching that segment.
It was pretty.
I like had to go do push-ups. I had to go do push-ups.
It was the highlight. It was one of. I mean, NXT in general, compared to as we've established, the rest of the WWE show rosters is the top of the line right now, and this segment was perfect to redeem all the bullshit that the women's matches on Raw and SmackDown have been dealing with. So it was amazing. Loved everything about it.
The only disappointment about this match was the very next one that we had to watch. Honestly,
yes,
that was so good.
It technically was called
Hi Patrick
War Machine
You're on the screen.
versus Heavy Machinery. Yes, and okay. I mean, you all know.
Are you
okay? Y'all know I'm all about War Machine. I've established this from the announcement of them being part of the NXT roster. So the fact that they, when they came out, it really was a promo match. It was just highlighting some of their moves, and Heavy Machinery is everybody's behind Heavy Machinery. They're great baby faces. I love them. So it was a mediocre match. They shouldn't have put Heavy Machinery to face them. They definitely should have found some jobbers for this match to just promote them, because that's what it was. It was just a promotion match. And then we're going to just, skip right over that and close it out with Tommaso Ciampa having a pretty phenomenal match against Cassius Ohno.
I didn't think anybody could be tanner than E3 until Tommaso Ciampa came out. Ciampa came out and he was
tan gray man. He was very like his skin looked like it was dying. It was so tan. But the match was pretty amazing. They both had the great back and forth. You really didn't know who was going to win, even though you kind of knew it was going to be Ciampa. But Cassius brought out a lot of moves that were impressive. And
he's of course like Chris Hirono is a killer wrestler. Like he's just a big dude, so people don't give him a chance. But he's a fucking great wrestler, and his like signature death by elbow, like the discus elbow that they both threw into each other. Yes. Oh god, it was so good.
It was so good. Like it was a great way to close out the show. And of course, I'm always going to highlight the amazing commentary by Mauro, especially in this match, because he was like, "Oh my God, Ciampa, the worst wrestler ever!" Like he just
this is where we definitely disagree, because I love his wit and his brilliance, but his execution makes my skin crawl. It's not as bad as Carmella's voice, but when he starts losing it, he's like, "You're a terrible wrestler." I'm like, I can't even understand what you're saying anymore because you're screaming into the mic so much. But I can tell you,
I'm gonna hang up.
There was one moment where he exaggerated. I think it was just an "oh my God," like he exaggerated it for at least 15 seconds, that both Simon and I looked at each other and started laughing because it was so drawn out. But I enjoyed it. And him being part of NXT, and I love NXT, I give it 5 stars.
I thought my favorite part of the whole match, the whole night, other than Shayna Baszler, the whole night was when Chris Hero, he tried to do the right thing and defend Gargano because he's an old school indie guy too. And instead, he ended up getting trounced by Ciampa, and he got attacked by Ciampa's golden knee brace, and screams, "Was it worth it?" Because the whole time Chris Hirono was saying, "Is it worth it to be this negative and this bad?" And then Ciampa says, "I broke Johnny's body. I broke Candice's heart. The Gargano fairy tale is over." And then all of his abs were just glistening with hate. It was so great.
They were glistening. Of tan, full of hate. Melting skin. It was pretty amazing.
Tan hate. I love tan hate. It's the best kind of hate.
It was a great way to close out NXT for indie WWE wrestling. But
that works really well because we're going to close out the show with a little bit of indie buzz from Chicago, of course.
Yes,
as you
tell us about it.
may know, I was really lucky to be asked to be the ring announcer for both Freelance Underground and Freelance Wrestling. And if you want to check out the review of the show that I did with Freelance Wrestling, you can check out my homeboys on Two Heels and a Face, a great podcast that I enjoy. Chris and Charlie reviewed the Ghosts of Right Now. They also talked to my number one frenemy in wrestling, All Ego Ethan Page. But you can check them out on twoheelsandaface.com. They're also on SoundCloud, of course. But Friday, or perhaps today, if you're listening to this on Friday, May 11th, Freelance Underground versus Game Changer Wrestling at Baderbrow Brewery in the South Loop area. You can find out more information at Freelance Underground, but it's UNDRGD. The first row is already sold out because it's going to be such a damn good show, but tickets still remain for the rest of the rows and for GA. Cash at the door if you're buying there, but the beer package is phenomenal. It's 3 hours for an extra $20 on top of the $20 GA ticket. The card is stacked. Yeah, dude, it's going to be really, really good. Baderbrow beer is fantastic. I can't stress enough how good it is. Joey Janela, Gringo Loco, Isaiah Velasquez, Reed Bentley, Kylie Ray, Nick Cage, Marcus Crane, GPA, Gary J, Eric Ryan, Roy Gordon, Ciclope Miedo, John Way Murdoch, and a bunch of other unannounced talent that I don't want to ruin the surprise, so I don't want to let everybody know what's going on. But check them out. Check me out. I'll be your ring announcer telling you all the weights and all the locales that they're from. And then Saturday, Game Changer Wrestling, the Untouchables, it's their first time, I believe, in the Chicagoland area. They're at the Gali Arena on 270 West North Avenue in Villa Park. If you don't have a vehicle to get there, or you don't want to drink and drive because you're smart, you can take the Reggie's bus which Reggie's Club is a fantastic, fantastic venue in Chicago. It leaves from Reggie's at 6 p.m. at 2105 South State Street. 21 and over, free shuttle. There's drinks on the bus. Life is good. And of course, next Friday, I will be not ring announcing, but I will be doing backstage promos with the guys and perhaps some ringside interviews for Freelance Wrestling's Decline of Midwestern Civilization. My homeboy, Kirby, much love. He's feeling much better. He'll be the ring announcer that night. It's going to be featuring the return of Joey Ryan taking on the Freelance Wrestling champion, Darren Corbin. Also, the IPW UK Women's Champ, Zia Brookside, is making her Chicago and I believe United States title defense debut against Kylie Ray. Then, of course, there's a 20-man scramble, 20-person Rumble style match that's going to be like an over-the-top disqualifies you. The winner receives a World Championship opportunity on June 15th at Freelance versus the World 4. So it's going to be really good. All Ego, Ethan Page, Eric Cannon, Stevie Fierce, and so many others are on this bill. It's going to be really, really good. May 18th. General admission is as low as $20. And they were actually just on Windy City Live, so much love to the 4-star heroes who were featured on Windy City Live. And they also work at ProWrestlingTees.com. So it's supporting wrestling is the best thing that you could possibly do, right? But here's an even better way to support wrestling by seeing Matt Nix, marvelous Matt Nix, who started Freelance Wrestling, and Chris Castro, Big C Chris Castro is his tag team partner as the 4-star heroes. Come check us out. Doors are at 8, bell time's at 9 p.m. Y'all have been saying I need to come out and see you sometime, Val. Well, this is your fucking chance. All the neckbeards, all the versions, all the marks.
Repeat that. What day is that again? Because I was high.
It's Friday, May 18th, so it's next Friday.
Okay, I should be back in town. Yes.
Doors are at 8.
Pull up and drink. I want to drink. I want to yell at neckbeards, and I want to enjoy
and see me in a pretty lady dress. Card. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Be cool.
Yeah,
I can't wait
so
to
it's
hear
20.
I'll say introduce someone and say hailing from Planet Funk. Oh, never mind. I don't have any guys from that.
Well, that'll be tomorrow night at Freelance versus GCW, Freelance Underground versus GCW. So anyway, that's a real quick indie report. There's so much more I could talk to you about indie wrestling, like Kaiju Attack Wrestling, AAW, Evolve, Chapter 104 is coming here to Summit Park District on the 19th, and a bunch of our freelance guys are going to be on that card too, so I'm pretty excited about that. But yeah, there's tons of good wrestling in the area. Be sure to check it out. # support indie wrestling. # Lady Mark for life.
Yes.
So,
yes.
With that, this Lady Mark has to rest her pipes because I got to tell people how many falls the following contest is scheduled for tomorrow night. So
yes. Please enjoy. You know, unfortunately, I have to fly out to Planet Funk, and I won't be able to see it. But I hope you have a great time and all that stuff. And yeah, I guess that's it for the show. Even though I was high and drunk for most of this show, and I want to have the task of editing this show tomorrow after I get off a plane.
You'll get to hear all the goodness of Space Mountain. Don't worry.
Oh, wow. Yeah, and before we go, just a reminder, Saturday, no, not Saturday. It's on a Sunday, May 13th. The tickets for All In go in on sale. I think the website is allinchicago2018.com. If you don't know, Sears Arena, blah, 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 Park Stone or Perry Stone Parkway in Hoffman Estates. So get your tickets. Just don't get the front row because I'm trying to get like 4 or 5 tickets for front row. So, yeah, that should be exciting as well. So please, neckbeards and hornballs, save your money for something else like Dragon Ball T-shirts or something like that. Don't buy the All-In tickets. It's not for you. WWE will be in Chicago very shortly. You can go to that show.
I have an idea. Why don't all the above people that Patrick mentioned go to Ring of Honor War of the Worlds? That's this Sunday.
Go. Oh, it's this Sunday.
There.
Oh,
yeah.
I won't be there. I'll be in Planet Funk. I'm not coming back until Monday. So, but yeah, I guess this is episode 15 of Scheduled for One Fall.
15.
I thank you all for listening and joining. And as soon as this podcast is over, I'm just going to smoke more because I need to get some sleep because I gotta wake up early and I don't want to, I don't want to do that, but I got to. So, from Patrick, La Flama Blanca, yeah, that's her name, La Flama Blanca, Black Market Ivan, and Val Capone. We say goodbye, peace, love, and soul, and all that other good stuff. And I'm not editing. I'm not editing shit. Yeah.
Oh no! No, Patrick's puppy pound.
Oh God.
Oh, by the way, can we wait. We forgot the most important part of our lives.
What's that?
Pisslash in the penitentiary.
Yes.
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 The entire pay-per-view. Fuck it.
And everyone in the penitentiary already have to wear Amber Moon type pants. That's the punishment for tonight. So that's it. Everyone, Kid Rock, Amber Moon pants for you.
Pancakes. They gotta eat diverticulitis pancakes and wear Ember Moon pants.
Oh,
yeah.
That would.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, I gotta go to bed. I gotta sell beers to drunks at Wrigley Field tomorrow, and I gotta talk wrestling.
All right, look, and once again, Pat just hung up without saying goodbye. Have a good night. Thank you.
Val, have a great night.
Bye.
All right, take care.